Hey guys, Tiffany R here, creator and owner of Goodies for Thy Soul online. Today we'll be making my deep cleansing, pore closing facial mist, and all you'll need is 3 ingredients. So if you have your purified or distilled water, rose petals, dried or fresh as long as they are pesticide free, and your ACV with mothering, let's get started. And FYI, the ACV that you see here has no mothering added in it. The mothering is that foggy, cloggy looking stuff that floats at the bottom of the ACV. Now, we're going to start by adding our rose petals. I like to add mine no matter what saucepan I use. I just simply spread it at the bottom until I see no more cracks or openings of the saucepan through the rose petals. I honestly don't believe there's an exact amount of water to rose petals ratio, but I will be providing one in the link. But since I like things to be very potent, I tend to go overboard and use quite a bit of product. Now, once you've gotten the rose petals, how you want them or exactly how much you'd like, you're going to add your distilled or purified water. And I like to add mine slowly, just kind of pushing down and making sure that the rose petal can simply sink into the water very easily. If it doesn't, I just continue and add a bit more water until it gets to the point where I can press down and the rose petal emerges right into the water. And once I get to that point, I'll go ahead and then add it to the stove to get it cooked very slowly. I didn't know this was going to take this long. I was trying to talk slow, but well. So once you get it to that point, y'all, and it's just enough water and you get ready to add it to the stove, do what I normally do. Add it to a simmer eye. You want this to simmer very slowly. Sometimes even with direct gas, which is what I'm using here today, it still cooks a bit too fast. Now this was the bigger eye. I shouldn't have put it on there and to begin with. I will change it midway through. But again, as long as you have it simmering very slowly, this will make sure that you keep all of your product, or at least most of it. Of course, some of that water will cook out, but we could have saved way more than we saved today had we not been lazy. I even sometimes have to do like a double boiler method by sitting another pot or skillet underneath mine to kind of provide a barrier in between that fire so that it can cook even slower. So if you have that issue where you've got it turned completely down and it's still simmering too fast, then that's when you want to go ahead and create you like a double boiler type of deal. Just simply Google that up. Real simple, easy to do, and you won't have that problem. Now, while we allow these to simmer, what we're going to do is keep an eye on it because you don't want to walk away. I walked away for a second and turned around and it was boiling. So we're going to make sure that we stir it as well because it literally takes seconds. It takes about 10 minutes total for this. So I'm switching it over to the smaller eye or my simmer eye. And I'm going to cook it down until you notice the color is changed and gone completely out, or for the most part. Once I've done that, I'll then go ahead, sit it aside, allow it to cool off. Now, I was playing around here. I did not have the proper things to strain this in. It was the end of the video. I was kind of tired, so I used a little coffee mug. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. The house is smelling so good. But I used a little coffee mug and a strainer to drain, and I should have done better. I even lost more product because I spilled. So again, if anything, do the opposite of what I've done here today in this video. Do not strain in a little bitty tiny cup like I did here. But it is for just basic purposes of getting you guys the step-by-step ideal of how to make your own exact beautiful rose water. Oh, and also, not only do I use this on my face when I'm closing my pores, I also use this on my scalp. It provides great moisture to the scalp. I also like to refrigerate mine. So when I'm out and about, if I'm at the beach, it's definitely in a cooler and it's just a refreshing mist. Now, what I'm doing here is straining or draining the rest of the water off of those rose petals that are in the skillet. I'm just simply going to take my spoon or whatever it is that I'm taking out of or using to take the rose petals out of the saucepan with. And I'm going to take and press and apply pressure with whatever I'm using to drain the rest of that water out. We don't want to throw those away, especially with all of that water in them. So once we've done draining and getting all of our water out of our bottle or out of our roses, we're going to go ahead and bottle it up. You can bottle it separately, or you can use the ingredients for the pore closing and skin cleansing facial mist that I create over at Goodies for Thy Soul online. That ratio, like I said, is definitely linked below, but look at how gorgeous that is. And when I say potent, I want my stuff that dark. I don't want a light red. I want to know that I have my rose water. Look at it. It is so gorgeous. Mother Earth is just, whew, absolutely amazing. And once you do that, like I say, you can bottle it separately. I would refrigerate it. It does definitely give it longer shelf life by refrigerating it. And or you can add it with your ACV like I did here. This bottle is actually for my scalp. I also add just a bit of tea tree oil within this mixture, my ACV, my rose water, and it is amazing on my scalp. It takes care of any itchiness that I have, any dryness that I have, and yeah, I get that bottled, and then I take that remainder and I put it in the refrigerator for whatever else I need to use it for. Hope you guys found this helpful. Bye.